Welcome to TravelDine. We have with us today Dacia Godinho, the commercial director of DoubleTree by Hilton Goa-Panji. Dacia has spent over 15 years in hospitality and she's worked for upscale brands like Grand Hyatt and Park Hyatt. Dacia, it's a pleasure having you with us at TravelDine. How are you today?
Very good, Caroline. Thank you. Thank you for reaching out to me.
Dacia, when you began your career many years ago, did you ever imagine that you would have a leadership role? What motivated you to step up and become a leader?
Well, I think as in when I was growing as a child, and even when I was in college, and even got into the professional college as well, um, the faculty and the teaching staff always kind of inspired me in terms of achieving higher than what I could do. So leadership kind of came naturally to me. I guess it was like an inborn trait that I already had in me, and I had to just take it from one step to another. So leadership was something that was never difficult or never like a task onto me. It just happened naturally.
Dacia, you have also worked for other upscale brands like Grand Hyatt and Park Hyatt. How did you navigate power structures early in your career versus later in your career when you had a more formal leadership role?
Leadership to me in this industry actually started 6 months from me joining from this industry. Well, I joined as a waiting staff, and then in 6 months' time, I was also being nominated and also been awarded the corporate leadership program. This was an 18 months leadership program, which was a multifaceted program which will help you in terms of learning the different functions of the hospitality industry. And the good part is that this program was very inspiring. It required a lot of commitment, dedication, and with such commitment and dedication, that also had which within I had, I guess, naturally, and with the assistance of my mentors and with the assistance of my leadership committee, this is something that I was able to apply the leadership, the role of a leadership right from then. So it started to for me, leadership started at a very young stage of my career.
Dacia, can you tell us about your role as a commercial director? What does the job entail and what's your typical day like?
As you rightly mentioned, I work as a commercial director, and as a commercial director, there are multiple functions that I handle and I manage. And it's all about your creativity, your how you are able to apply yourself in terms of trying to get the best out of your innovative ideas and your creative ideas that you put together. Because ultimately, it means about translating your efforts into business. So this is very important in terms of being a commercial leader. You got to be thinking right. You got to be making sure that you're making the sound decisions, okay, at every point in time. Some decisions could be great decisions. Some could be decisions wherein you learn and you grow. So it's a continuous process as a commercial leader, is because of the fact the very title as a commercial leader means that that it means that is drawing in business, and it means drawing in the right kind of business to your organization, and it's a very, very important role, is because of the fact there's a lot of trust that has been bestowed upon me, and I need to make sure that with my accountability and with my commitment, okay, I drive in the right business for the organization.
Dacia, what are the benefits to having women in leadership, particularly in an industry like hospitality and particularly in a department like sales and marketing?
So there is basically no such defined structure for leadership. Okay, leadership is something that you learn and you apply in your day-to-day life, because every day the situation will be different. Every day the circumstances will be unique. You have to deal with client expectations. You have to also handle your team members, making sure every team member has its own potential, making sure that the right potential of the team member is applied and in the right way. So in terms of safe leadership, it's at the same time you also got to be making sure that you are tuned to the technological advancements that are taking place. It's a constant innovation in today's fast-paced world. So you just got to make sure that you are being agile. You are being, your eyes and ears are open, and your actions are prompt. So that would be, to me, is leadership. In terms of being safe or unsafe, that's basically the outcome of it is what we'll tell you. But thus far, anything that you do that with commitment, with passion, obviously that will bring in good results, and that will be bringing in the right result as well.
How can women support other women in their organizations?
Women can support other women in many ways. Firstly, maybe through allyship. So in terms of making sure that you listen to the other women, okay, you empower them, you give them a platform to perform. You also kind of give them the necessary recognition and that they deserve, because there could be sometimes that maybe you, in case if you feel that you are in an organization, which fortunately I've never been in any such organization, and I think women have equal status and a platform to perform, okay, because it's different over here, possibly in the area that I work and I have worked with, and the companies that I've been with, it's completely different. Everyone has got equal status and equal performance levels to perform. But yes, encouraging other women could be, if they see you as a role model, okay, helping them out, being with them, guiding them. That's how one can support another woman.
How do you balance career, personal life, and passions? Is there such a thing as balance, considering you're in the business of hospitality?
Balance has become a very important topic nowadays, and especially, of course, we understand that everyone is so driven in terms of reaching up the corporate level, trying to outsmart one another sometimes maybe. But balance is something that you need to bring in your own particular way. It could mean that you love doing something, okay, and you may not get the time in your day-to-day routine, or the time you may not be able to spend the time as per the schedule or the routine that you set for yourself. But it also means that how you can make up for that time, or how you can still create that space and that time for yourself.
What advice would you give to young women entering this profession?
My advice to the young women would be, love what you do, be passionate about it. It's only then when you're going to love doing your job. Be eager to learn. Let learning be your continuous process for yourself. Yes, if there is anything that you want to achieve, there will be a fair share of hard work that you need to put in. That's my advice to everyone.
What do you like the most about working in DoubleTree by Hilton?
So at DoubleTree by Hilton Goa-Panji, there is it's a continuous process. It's a daily process in terms of wherein it helps me to be innovative, it helps me to be creative, it helps me to bring in think out of the box, okay, to look at things from a different perspective. In terms of how we could bring in business, because we are fairly new property, and it also means that making sure that that we are placed at the right place at the right time. So it's all about making sure that you are always creating something new. You're always coming up with something new and different, okay, so that you can be the game changer in the industry.
Dacia, it was a pleasure having you with us at TravelDine, and we look forward to having more insightful conversations with you.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you for having me here.